Alright, what's up boys? Today we are going to be doing a setup and settings video. Recently I've been getting quite a few requests to do one of these videos, and so I finally got around to doing it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys did and you thought it was useful, please leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, enjoy. Alright, so this is my settings, and my advanced settings and all of that stuff. So yeah, I use a PS4 controller. So my lean is obviously with my left stick, throttle, right trigger, front brake, left trigger, rear brake is X, clutch is triangle, and then all my rider leaning is with my right stick. My direct lean is at 46, and I do use combined brakes. So min-max, basically what that is I've only played around with the max, but it makes it so the rear brake can only go to 60% input here, so that's why my max is at 60, and that prevents lockups with the rear brake. And yeah, so that's what combined brakes do, and the max does. And then my advanced lean settings, I have dead zone 3%. I do have a little bit of stick drift, as you can see down here, but it's not too bad, and I just kind of deal with it. My linearity is at 150. I do have smooth on, press 10, release 10. Gain is 92, so here's all my lean settings. Throttles, stock, brake, I have the gain at 92, so that's why you see down here my input is only 92%. And that's just to, again, prevent lockups and front tucks and all that stuff. Rear brake is all stock. The rest of all this stuff is all stock, but just in case you guys wanted to see. Yeah, all that stuff is stock. Input 2. Actually, let me go back here and do that. Okay, so input 2, I have shift up on my right bumper, shift down on my left bumper. Push to bike is up on the D-pad and down on the D-pad. Sit is R3. Reset is my share button. Track marker is circle, so that's where you can set a marker and reset there for like hot laps and stuff. Change view is V on the keyboard. Look back is my big pad in the middle of the PS4 button. Heading is how you look left and right with your rider, so that is left and right on my D-pad. Tear off is square. Raise arm is L3. I mean, not L3, sorry. My options control, my options button, which would be the start button on Xbox controllers, I believe. And then my trick button is L3. But sometimes for thumbnails I put the wind gesture on L3. But yeah, I just switch these two back and forth with L3. Input 3 is just the replay camera stuff, but just in case you guys wanted to see it, it's this. And then graphics, usually I have all of this stuff off for every time I play, but I keep this stuff on for thumbnails and sometimes for videos, so yeah. Here is my MISC, which I don't think is very important, but it's here. Yeah, the simulation stuff, this stuff is pretty important. So, field of view, I have all the way up at 110. Tilt is 10% and pitch is 35. These camera settings are actually from Reese, who about a year ago I was just getting into the game, and I used to watch all his videos, and yeah, so I took these camera settings from him. And yeah, obviously I have corner anticipation off, so none of this stuff does anything. That's just kind of where you look to the apex, but that just really annoys me, so I don't use it. Lock to bike off. I do have show rider sit stand on. That's really your preference. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just like to keep it on. Riding aids, I have all of it off except for automatic clutch and automatic tire change. So yeah, here's my stuff. And now we can get into my bike setup. Alright, so here's my bike setup for the Kawasaki 250F. And I'm going to go ahead and compare to default here. And again, kind of stole this from someone when I was first starting to get into the game. This setup is actually from Linz's first setup video. And yeah, well, I'll explain more in a sec. But yeah, for Supercross, you can run the fuel pretty low. For main events, I have it at 4, but for LCQs and heats and stuff, you can put it way down. Yeah, for the main event, I have it at 4 just to be a little safe. Don't want to risk it. For the tire pressure, I have it 1 click down in the front. So yeah, this is 1 click. Brakes is all default. And then suspension, this is going to be a bit surprising to everybody, but as you can see, it is actually stock. And I have been riding basically with stock suspension since I have got the game. I have really not made too many changes to really anything. Yeah, so kind of weird, but I've always rode stock, but I mean, I know a lot of pros that use it, and the OEMs were made to be rode stock, so I mean, it's really not a bad setup, and I actually think it's probably the best setup in the game, but that's just my opinion. Everybody has their preferences, but I run stock, and I think that yeah, setups aren't really that big of a deal in this game. Probably for 450s they're a bit bigger of a deal, but 250s, I mean, really you don't have to worry about it. Drivetrain, stock, all of this is stock. And then for others, I always put the swing arm length to 2, and I always put my engine, actually, just until the Supercross season, I always even had this on stock, but just recently I started putting this on aggressive. So yeah, and just to prove it to you, because I want to, I will prove that this truly is my setup. So if we go to any of these random rounds here, we'll go to, I don't know, round 4. And we'll name it 2. You will see that it is all stock. So instead of 4, I have it at 3.9. But yeah, stock, and then same thing. We can go to another random round. We can go to round 1. Name this guy 3. Oops. I have this, I guess, on 1 because I was hot lapping. So on to round 1, I guess. But yeah, the rest of the stuff is the same. Oh, actually, I have rear rebound up to 10. I don't know why I would have the rebound up, but maybe I was just experimenting. But sometimes I do make some slight changes from track to track. But generally, it's just stock. So I guess I was just playing around with some stuff here. But oh, and I guess 1 click up on the gear ratio. So there you go for that if you want a different setup for round 1, but in reality this is just stock, and none of this, a couple clicks don't really make that big of a difference. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and if this was helpful, please leave a comment, and yeah, thanks for watching. My name, got the hottest chick in the game, wearing my chain, that's right, ho.